Welcome to Breakfast with Tiffany show. My name is Tiffany Rosdell and I am a Tokyo-based transformational lifestyle coach. In each episode of this podcast, I want to explore the positive transitions other people have made to, how they freed themselves from their struggles, what pushed them to overcome their difficulties, and how and why they felt like they could overcome. Breakfast with Tiffany show is really all about the transitions everyone who wants to succeed makes and what they did to get there. As such, while the focus is on LGBTQ plus journeys, I want to share the stories of all people who have found their way to success. My hope is to have this platform for all of us to be together while listening to successful stories, amazing life experiences, inspirational journeys, as well as having good laughs and lots of smiles.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to something quite extraordinary. It's the Breakfast with Tiffany Show podcast. And now, it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to your host, Tiffany Rossdale.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, my lovely listeners. Thank you for being here with me on the Breakfast with Tiffany Show podcast. If you are a new listener, welcome to our show. And of all the podcasts out there, millions, I'm very grateful you chose to listen here. If you are one of our regular listeners, thank you always for coming back and for being here and making time. In case you didn't know, we have our official Facebook page, which we always provide the link on our podcast show notes. Support our podcast by following us there and by sharing us with your friends, with your loved ones. Talking to your loved ones about this podcast is what I believe will help us have more listeners. And the more listeners we have, the more positivity and awareness we can share to everyone. This week's episode, it's the revelation of our yearly most downloaded episode. Our 2024 most downloaded podcast episode is episode number 182, How Having a Coach Can Impact Your Life. The very first time I invited one of my coaching clients to share her stories and experiences being coached by me, I was just re-listening to the conversation I had with my client, and it gives me such plenty of joy to hear the comments coming from her. I remembered when we were recording this episode, she was just successfully finished the chemotherapy treatments as she was having the stage 4 cancer. And I'm very happy to announce that she completely overcome the stage 4 cancer. I'm not sure when exactly during 2024, but it was last year when she was able to completely overcome and completely healed. And I wouldn't say it's all because of my coaching, but because of our weekly sessions together, I was really able to help her mindset focused on the positivity. I remembered the very first time when she revealed to me about her illness. My goal from then is to really help her navigate on this journey. And deep down inside my thoughts, I knew from then that she will overcome this battle and heal herself. Because I always see how her mindset goes like very positive. And when she was sharing it with me, she wasn't even crying. She was really just sharing it to me and being honest about the situation that she was in that time. now, overcoming it, she's living her life back, making her goals and purpose come true. So, so happy for her, seeing how she is right now. I know it sounds like the story is coming out from a movie or from a book, but no, it's a real life story. And now we are giving you a snippet from episode number 182, entitled How Having a Coach Can Impact Your Life. What do you think is the most important practice or tool that you have learned that you are still using until now?
The one of the thing is meditation. So before I meet you, I was told many people that meditation is good for my life, but I couldn't practice. I couldn't concentrate, emptying my mind. Naturally, slowly, I come to understand how to do the meditation, and then how the meditation can put my feet down to the earth.
I love it. And I remember also the very first time we talk about meditation, you were telling me that you're not going to probably be able to do it because you think a lot. You have a very creative mind, that your mind goes out to so many things and you don't know how to quiet your mind. And I really appreciated the fact that you believe that this will help you. So you started to do the action and doing the small things. And I encourage you to being accountable to each other while we're doing the weekly sessions. And then one day you just told me that you applied it, you started applying meditation, and how it improved daily. Of course, we didn't see it right away, the result, but over the time while you're doing it, there's always a realization that you always mention during the session. I'm always just amazed about the result that you're getting, even though you just started doing the meditation. And I encourage you to keep doing it. And then over the time, up until now, every weekly that we do our sessions, I always hear from you that meditation really helps you ground and put yourself back together. And that always helps you to the difficulties or challenges that you're currently facing in your life. I want to ask you this question too, Kaori-san. Over the time, what is it that you are seeing and also learning about yourself since we started coaching?
I had a lot of realization about myself because Tiffany make me realize, the things I haven't noticed in my lifetime. Even though I'm almost 57 and then going to 60, I noticed that I didn't know how to treat well myself, how to look after, how to see my value or those kind of things. I thought I'm quite enough spoiling me, but I realized I didn't prioritize myself. I always a big sacrifice for the other people, including my family members. It's like a typical Japanese women tend to be, once we become housewives.
Mm.
But in this society, sometimes, the sacrificing is a good thing. But I think I come to realize in a process, I should value myself more. I see my value and then prioritize myself.
And I can definitely see that in you, Kaori-san. That's what I really always appreciated with you, that you are now valuing yourself. And I just wanted to add to that. Every time we do our coaching session, I also share my own experiences in life that is always resonating with your experience. I don't tell you you should do this, you should do that, but I always just share what I think can connect to what you are currently experiencing, that you might be able to have something to learn from or have something to maybe I should try that. Maybe, it works for me too. And I always appreciate the fact that you are always very open-minded about doing things. And that's how you started meditation. You were open-minded. You accepted that maybe it will help me, and realizing now that you love doing meditation, and comparing back then that you weren't even able to think about like how really meditation will help you. So I think what the important thing is also, besides accountability, is the important of you doing the action. I always remind you that this will not be all possible if you're not doing the action. So your actions is always the one that always helps you. I just give you the motivation, and I just always give you the reminder. There you have it. If you want to hear the full conversation of me and Kaori-san, the link is on our podcast show notes. And if you are interested to see more of her work with the Japanese sake industry in Japan, check out the links we will provide. Most people are intimidated by doing coaching or asking someone if they think they need one. And I really think all of us need a life coach. Having one for myself before saved me from dealing the hardships and difficulties in my life. I highly recommend you to have even just a trial session. For example, me, I personally don't just accept a client because they need a life coach. I have to make sure I'm aligned to that potential client before I accept them. Go find the right one for you, especially if you're aiming to achieve new goals and wanting to have a balanced lifestyle. In this world that we live in right now, it is not easy to find that well-balanced lifestyle. And coaches can give that for you. If the way I speak or something is resonating with you, you can reach out to any of my platforms, or the best way is to go to tiffanyrossdale.com. It's also on the podcast show notes, and you can message me from there, or any of my social media platforms. I offer a trial session, but again, it doesn't have to be me. Go find and explore, and I'm sure you will find the right one for you. It starts by doing the action now. Go find your coach, and I believe the coach is right there waiting for you. I hope this episode is valuable to you, and I'm not surprised that this episode was the most downloaded last year. I really think there's a lot of people looking for a coach. So share this to your friends, to your loved ones, and I look forward to seeing you on our next episode of the Breakfast with Tiffany Show podcast. Love you all. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you reach up until this last minute of the show, I am extremely grateful for you for tuning in the whole entire episode. If you enjoyed our episode today, please share it to your friends. You can copy and paste the link wherever you are listening to right now. Text your friend, share on your Instagram stories or your Facebook page. Tag me on your social media when you post it. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts on the interview that I had today. And if it's your first time here once again, please do me a favor to subscribe on the podcast. Leave us a review. In every review, it makes me so happy. So I'm looking forward to your ratings and review on Apple Podcasts. You can impact someone's life right now by just sharing our episode today. I hope you enjoyed this episode today as much as I do. And I hope you know how much you matter, how much I appreciate your time for listening, how much I love you and appreciate you. I am truly grateful for your kindness and your support. And as I always say, sprinkle kindness wherever you go. I love you and stay safe and healthy.
Join us again next Tuesday for the Breakfast with Tiffany show with Tiffany Rossdale.